Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to our iOS development course. So today we'll start our lecture number 4 and our topic is control flow in Swift. We have three types of control flow in Swift: branch statements, loop statements and control transfers. So let's get started. So before starting our lecture, I will give an overview that what we have covered up till now. So we have worked on print statements in Swift and we have discussed arithmetic operators in detail. And our today's topic is control flow in Swift. We have also discussed branch statements and today the topic is our loop statements. So we will discuss loops, its types and how these loop statements are wrote. So we will start. So what are loop statements? Swift provides a variety of control flow statements. These include while loops to perform a task multiple times, if, guard, and switch statements to execute different branches of code based on certain conditions. As we have seen that we wrote different types of conditions, and according to that conditions, these if and switch statements were executed. And statements such as break and continue to transfer the flow of execution to another point in your code. We have also saw that as well. So today we will start our loop statement. So we have three types of loops, that is while loop, repeat while loop, for loop. Now what is the syntax of our while loop? You will simply write this while, okay, and then you will write this condition, any condition you want. You can write their comparison operators, or you can write boolean operators or logical operators over here. You can write anything according to your conditions. You can simply put the condition over here and the statement like there, okay, and you have to declare your integer about this, like you have to do the declaration before the while loop. It is preferable to declare your variable before the while loop. This is your declaration, this is your statement, and there you will increment like this. Before these curly braces you will do the incrementation, but before the statement you will do the incrementation, right? And you can write any condition over there. For example, if you write while a is equals to 1, or a is less than or equal to 1. So this is your condition, this is your statement, and this is your implementation. Now next our statement is repeat while loop. This loop evaluates its condition at the end of each pass through the loop. The repeat while loop is similar to while loop with one key difference. The body of repeat while loop is executed once before the test expression is checked. It means this repeat while loop is type of do while loop, like we have learned in C++. It works like do while loop. So how this is different from while loop? Because it will run this statement at least one time, means if the condition is true or if the condition is false, this statement or this loop, this part will be executed at least one time, okay. Means when you run this repeat while loop, it will first print this statement, and after printing this statement it will check the condition. So if the condition is false, still it will print this statement. So the number of execution of repeat while loop is 1 greater than simple while loop. Okay, means in while loop, if you are printing hello world 2 times, then in repeat while loop it will be printed 3 times, as it first of all prints the condition and then it checks the first of all it prints the statement and then it tests the condition. I hope this concept is easy for you now. Now the next loop statement is this for loop. A for loop is a repetition control structure that allows you to efficiently write a loop that needs to execute a specific number of times. Means now you have restricted to a specific number. Swift provides a for in loop that makes it easy to iterate over arrays, ranges, strings, and other sequences. For loop is a bit different from while loop in case the number of times of execution is specific, means you are given a specific number of time to execute this for loop. It also helpful to iterate over arrays. For example, if you want to print the data of an array, you can simply print it through for loop. If you want to print strings, you can use for loops. If you want to print sequences, any type of sequences, you can write for loop. So just let's look into the syntax of for loop. The syntax of a for loop in Swift is a bit different, means it uses for and loop, but the main concept in for loop is first you have to do the declaration, means you have to declare your integer, your variable, then you have to put the condition, and at the end you will have to do the incrementation in this statement. But you should also know the execution is different. First of all, we do declaration. Secondly, we will check this condition, and after checking this condition, if this condition is true, then this control will pass to this statement and this statement will be executed, right? After this execution of this statement, the control will go to the incrementation. Here incrementation will be done, and after the incrementation our control will again pass to the condition and it will check the conditions. So 1, 2 and number 1, and on number 3rd statement will be executed, and number 4th incrementation will be done, and then on number 5th again the condition will be checked, right? So in Swift code, this is the syntax of for loop. First of all, you have to declare your variable. Simply you will write for I. It means I will write the C code side by side. For integer I is equals to 1. That means for I in 1, this means integer I is equals to 1, and now this is the condition part, means the second part, right? It will check condition that I is less than or equals to 5, right? Now this is putting a if statement inside that loop again, that if I is equals to 4, then break, else print I is equals to print the value of I means that don't print the value of 4. Just break this control and end this program, right? This break will bring this program over here and this will end this program. So first of all, for I is equals to 1, this statement will be executed. I is equals to 1, then incrementation will be done. And Swift, we don't have to specify our incrementation statement. It automatically goes from 1 to 5 until this 5 or this 1 turns out to be 6 and this conditions be false. I is equals to 1, it will print 1. Then it will do incrementation automatically. Then I becomes 2. I is equals to 2. 2 is less than 5, right? Condition true. Then 2 will be printed. Then it will automatically increment I is equals to 3 and we have 3 less equals to 5. So condition true. 3 will be printed and now it will increment I is equals to 4. 4 is also less than 5, condition true, but we have put this if condition over here that if I is equals to 4, break this program means end this program. So yeah, you understand that how these for loops work in Swift. It's a little difference that we don't have to specifically write an increment, that we should write as I plus plus. This Swift code automatically increments this program until 5 condition I is greater than 5. Then this condition will be false and it will end the program automatically. Up till that it will increment I automatically. Now here is a simple example that with help of for loops how we can print even numbers. So if you want to print out all the even numbers, then we can use the STWrite function. This function helps us to set the limit that from where we can start and end our position, as well as the value that you're skipping by. If you want to skip the value, you can also write that how many values on interval basis you can skip. This particular STWrite features allow us to print all the even numbers from 0 to 10. So let's check the code for number in STWrite. Okay, from means the number will start from 0 to the number will end to 10 and the interval will be 2, means it will print 2. So first of all it will print 2, then 4, then 6, then 8 and up to 10. You can also change this limit. You can also write 20, and if you want to print odd numbers you can change this interval and just write the print statement. This print number will print all the numbers from 1 to 10 that are even numbers. So with help of for loops and just 2 lines of code, you can write this simple task very easily. You can by using this STWrite function. This is an embedded function. You can just write and it will do all the process. So with help of this STWrite function, you can increment your values more than one time. Means if you want to print numbers like this 1, 4 and 6, so you can write the intervals you want to skip. You can write the start position means from, and to by means that the interval you want that value should print by 3, means it should print 1 and then skip 3 values and it should print 4. So like this you can easily do that task. So STWrite from means start, through means end, and by means interval functions, right? yeah, this is our Swift code. You can see this practical example that we are printing numbers like 3, 5, 7, 9. This is our odd numbers. So we will write start from 3. You can also write start from 1 and go up to 11, means this 11 is your ending, and by 2 means your interval. Okay, that after second interval you will print 3, and after 2 intervals it will print 5, after 2 intervals it will print 7, and after 2 intervals it will print 9. So this loop will iterate through these statements, and with help of derived functions you will get these results. Okay. This code is also similar to this as well. As you can also get if you want to write even numbers, then you can set your conditions accordingly, and if you want odd numbers you can also set your conditions accordingly. So this is a very simple piece of code, just 2 lines of code. So by doing all these small examples, I hope it is clear that with help of these loop statements, we can minimize our code, we can minimize our execution time, and we can write our code instantly and get these results. This is small numbers, but if we are dealing with greater number, like for example from 0 to 100, so it will be very difficult for a coder to write 100 lines of codes just to print these numbers. So it is obviously the coder will prefer to use these two statements to print these numbers. Similarly, we can also do difficult tasks, and we can minimize them with help of loops, with help of while loop, and with help of for loops. So I hope that you understood these concepts, and if you have any questions you can ask me in our online class sessions. So thank you.